pace, even if it's with a walker. So if you guys are able to come out, check it out, because that is her goal. She makes that very clear to all of her therapists. That is what she wants to work on every therapy session, all therapy session, because she says even if it's with a device, she is walking to receive her diploma. So we are praying for that. If y'all could pray with us for that, that is what we want specifically. That is what's going to happen. So that's what's next. Walking across the stage for graduation.
Wow. Walking, breathing miracle. That's what I call it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Well, this kind of a little off the topic of what we talking about today, but what we do, we like whatever you got on your chest, anything you want to get off your chest, anything you want to say that bothers you, that you just don't like, or something inspirational you want to say before you leave. What would you like to say?
Don't give up. Keep your faith. I don't care what it is. It can be something as small as, Lord, I don't got enough money to pay these bills that's about to come in. Claim it. Because in the drop of a dime, you never know what can happen. You know, the bill could disappear. The money could drop in your lap. I don't care how small or how big it is, what you're going through. Like I said, if you have an ounce of anything in you, use that to build upon and push through to where you need to be, because anything is possible. Anything is absolutely possible.
Mm-hmm.
She's speaking from experience, people. She's speaking from experience.
Absolutely.
Well, Alice, we thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
What we're going to do after this graduation party.
Oh, yeah. Thank y'all.
We're going to bring you back. We're going to bring you back, and we're going to talk about the graduation party.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to do it just like that.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for having me. I definitely love sharing her story to keep people encouraged to just keep on going. Yes.
And we thank you for allowing us to hear the story. So thank you.
No problem.
I wanted to ask you, but I didn't want to be nosy.
Oh, it's okay.
But I've been wanting to know.
Oh yeah, I don't mind at all. At all. I get total strangers walk up to me and say, "Oh, we saw her on Facebook. What exactly happened? Was she really asleep?" I have people ask me even that, "Was she really asleep?" Or, you know, is that what really happened? And it's like, yeah, you know, I take the time and I talk to them. And I even have people that ask me to explain certain things because they're going through something similar and just, they don't get it. They don't know. They don't know their options. And I've had people to stop me in the middle of Walmart and be like, yeah, so my mama. Seriously.
Out of the blue.
Right.
Okay.
And, you know, I stand there for a second and be like, now, I'm not a specialist, but I mean, I can tell you what happened.
Tell you what happened.
Tell you what I did and what happened. You know, people, they get so discouraged or they get so mixed up in the mumbo jumbo that they don't understand.
If a doctor tell you something like that, I mean,
you do. You tend to take
most doctors' words are gold. So you.
Yeah, but even still, have them explain to you why.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, they're just going by whatever happened the last time or whatever they got time for this time, especially when you're talking about a trauma team. And I no way fault that team because I had to sit in that hospital from October until December, and I could hear how constantly they are called. Like literally probably every 15 minutes is trauma team, day one, trauma team. So I get it. They're mentally, physically exhausted. They don't have time to see through something that's going to be long term.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't have it.
Because they're dealing with it right now. So
they're dealing with it right now. Quick fix. If we can't fix it, then guess what? It probably ain't going to happen. It's how they've been trained to do it. Instead of realizing some things your team just can't fix. So sometimes it's just worth you saying, well, how did you come up with that? Or why are you telling me that? Just for them to explain to you, well, because from our team's perspective, and then, okay, so what are my other options?
Yeah.
A lot of times we just don't ask. We just
gotta have the other option.
Right.
You're right. You take what they say, face value, and keep
like,
moving.
Okay, and you just roll with it instead of asking, what are my other options? Because most of the time there are other options, and so I tell people that's mainly what I tell people. Did they tell you anything else? Did you ask? And most of the time it's nah.
Yeah, because I know I've been there. That's how I was with my dad. Whatever they said, and in them doctor's offices, I was like, okay.
Yeah, not realizing that most of the time they're not specialists. Yeah, and sometimes when it's right, you need so it's just you got to be on your P's and Q's. But see, that's why people don't realize it's called practicing medicine. It's called practicing for a reason.
I ain't never thought about it like that. Yeah. That's crazy. Okay. Practicing medicine.
And it's a reason why it's called that. So, when you're dealing with your loved ones, you definitely got to be on your P's and Q's. You got to research on your own. You got to know what they're talking about as much as they know what they're talking about.
And I like that's how you went in there. Yeah, I like that's how you went in there. I like that.
And so I'm just blessed that my life ended up with me at a point where I could walk in there with some knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So it's just by chance through the way God led me in my life that I did ended up becoming a nurse, and that years prior I did ended up specializing in peds, because that was not my thing. I was a long-term care nurse through and through. Knew regs backwards, forwards, sideways. And then 8 years before this happened, got into peds and just rolled with it. So it was just by the grace of God that I ended up going down that road so that I could literally understand most of everything of what they were telling me, and that I did have a team of people that I had worked with for the last 8 years behind me that I could call and be like, listen.
Oh yeah, so you can bounce off everything they say to them.
Let me call her pediatrician right quick. Let me. So it's good to have those people in your corner that know a few things. Like, it's good to build relationships with people that are smarter than you. Don't feel intimidated. You might need those folks.
Right.
No, you can't feel intimidated.
Yeah, but some people do.
You need them. Yeah, you need them.
Some people do. Some people only want to be associated with people that are at the same level. Right, not realizing that you have somebody
you ain't building.
Right. Who's gonna pull you up? Exactly.
Yeah, you ain't building. You gotta have friends that are smarter than you. You gotta have friends that are doing better than you. So that way you can aspire to be more. Yeah, you can aspire to be more.
You want to be exactly.
Yeah.
So if you need them to explain some stuff, then you know what I'm saying. Absolutely. So I'm blessed to have people that got more than me, know more than me, want more than me, because God knows they keep me moving to where I need to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes total sense there.
Right. People get so, folks so caught up in being crabs that they don't realize, you know what I mean? If crabs did it the right way, they all would be out of the bucket.
And that's what we suffer with our community. They crab was in a barrel mentality. That's right. The bad part.
And I don't realize if they all just worked together, pulled each other by every claw they had, every single one of them would be out of the bucket.
All of y'all would come up instead of
y'all would come up.
What?
Exactly. So it's a work in progress.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, like I said, we gonna get back with you from around the graduation time. So we
definitely
get this party going.
Yes, definitely. Come through, have some fun with us, and then we'll talk about it after the fact.
That's right.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Alice Edwards.
Thank you so much.
Y'all.
Thank you so much.
No problem, y'all. Have a good night.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Real Dude Show. I have here another special guest here, Mr. Kevin Stanley here from Legal Shield. Welcome to the Real Dude Show.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. John Alexander. I appreciate you. Honor and privilege to be on this show. I really appreciate your show, sir, what you're doing, and getting the real information out there from real people. So I definitely appreciate you, sir.
No problem. We appreciate you.
What's going on, Kevin? What's going on, Kevin?
Who I have on the line on the other end?
It's the co-host, Payne Porter.
How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing okay, man. I'm doing okay.
Good
Just
stuff.
trying to learn, see what you got for me today.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I'm definitely, it's an honor, like I say, once again, it's an honor and privilege to be on this call and on the station to just let people know, give an awareness of what Legal Shield is all about, and we can go from there.
So let's talk about who you are first. Who is Kevin Stanley?
Well, Kevin Stanley, basically, I'm a little old country boy. I was born in a little town called the Eastern Shore, Exmoor, Virginia. I'm a little country boy. And at a young age, I was born by a single mother. Basically, my father was not around, and my mom and my grandmother raised me up until I turned 12 years old. My mom made the decision to finish high school and went off to college, got a degree, a master's, and ended up getting married. So I ended up moving to this side of the water with my mom at the age of 13, and found there was a whole different, broader opportunities on this side of the water.
In the world of the Eastern Shore, huh?
Absolutely. Wasn't nothing going on over there. And I made a decision that I was going to be different from the rest of the family, but I wanted to be able to do more so I could have more so I can give back to the community. And finished out high school at Indian River High School, 1986. Pursued myself in college at Norfolk State University on a full scholarship, baseball scholarship under Marty Miller. Played baseball with him for about three and a half years. And I decided to step out on faith and go out and pursue my professional baseball career by going out myself and basically trying out for the Atlanta Braves and the New York Mets. And I was with a program for about 6 months. Then they told me after 6 months down in Florida, said, Mr. Stanley, we like your style, we like your aggressiveness, we like your play, but you need to go back and watch some Ozzie Smith tapes and then come back and see us again. Well, you know, that was really a heartbreak there when they told me that.
Okay.
So basically, I had lost my career of college baseball because once I signed to go into the professional league, and of course it ended my eligibility to play college again. So I kind of got a little downer. So I had to find something else to do in the work field and the career. And I asked myself, well, what are some things I know that'll be around for a long time and people always need? When I got involved with the insurance industry, I knew how important that it was to have auto insurance, life insurance, and health insurance. And so I went and pursued into the insurance industry on the claims side. I started out in the mailroom at the age of 21. And 6 months later, I found myself going up into the claim customer service department. And 6 months later, I found myself, and once again, that was about a year later, I was into the claims department. And just went up from there. I went from working claims to being a fraud investigator to being a claims adjuster. Also worked for a couple of independent companies for a while, major companies such as Nationwide Insurance, GMAC, AIG. And when Legal Shield found me, I was in 2002. I was living out in Great Bridge. Just got married, met my wife in New York, and brought her down here to Virginia. And we were living in Great Bridge, and a total stranger walked up to me and asked me, do I keep my income options open? And what I found was a lot of people don't really keep their income options open. And I say yes, because I always open-minded, because I was in the insurance industry. And I was invited to a living room of this total stranger, and basically watched the information about our service, the services of Legal Shield, and it made sense to my wife and I. It was like, well, we got teenage children, and we need to take care of some things ourselves. But we see what people do these days is they check their pocketbooks before they check their rights. So basically what I'm saying, most people wash and put things on, shove things under the rug because they don't have enough money to be able to afford an attorney when they need one. So my wife and I rolled right away in 2002. And but then I asked the question, you told me that I was coming to listen to information about an opportunity, but the service made sense to me. She said, well, if it didn't make sense to you, then why would it be an opportunity? So I kind of said, you know what, you're right. She said, if it makes sense to you in here, then it can make dollars for you out there because you know a lot of people that can benefit from having these services. And I say absolutely. So